Disguised as an ordinary worker, Alexander Reed, the billionaire CEO of Reed Industries, quietly entered the company for an unannounced inspection. As he stepped into the cafeteria, a shocking sight greeted him. The workers sat in silence, eating meals that contained not a single trace of meat, yet, not one person voiced a complaint. Alexander's brows furrowed in confusion. He approached the serving counter and asked Chef Raymond, the head cook, why there was only vegetables on the plates. Raymond barely glanced at him and scoffed, not happy. Then get lost. Anger flared within Alexander. He was about to argue when a fellow worker, David, quickly pulled him aside and whispered, "Don't cause trouble, it's always been this way." After sitting down, Alexander's frustration only grew. The workers seemed resigned to this treatment, accepting it as an unchangeable reality. "They've never served meat here," David muttered. "Anyone who complains gets fired." Just as Alexander was about to push further, the atmosphere in the room shifted. Nicholas Harrington, a wealthy investor and executive, strutted into the cafeteria like he owned the place. The moment he appeared, Chef Raymond's demeanor changed entirely. A steaming plate grilled steak, roasted chicken, and creamy mashed potatoes was served to Nicholas without hesitation. Alexander stood abruptly, his voice sharp. "Didn't you just say there was no meat?" Raymond smirked. "Meat isn't for low-level workers, it's for people who matter." Alexander's jaw tightened. "All employees receive meal subsidies, so why is it that only the executives eat properly?" Nicholas chuckled, leaning back in his chair. "Because I make the rules," he said smugly. Then, with a smirk, he lifted a juicy chicken leg and extended it toward Alexander. "Here, take a bite. Consider it charity." Raymond stepped closer, muttering, "Don't challenge him, you don't know what you're up against." But Alexander remained still, his sharp gaze locked onto Nicholas. Unbothered, Nicholas turned to a nervous worker, Ryan, who had just returned with his tray. "Hey, kid," Nicholas called, "call me Dad, and I'll let you have this drumstick." Ryan hesitated, his hands trembled as he glanced around the room, searching for support. No one moved. At that moment, Alexander had seen enough. He slammed his hands onto the table and stood. The cafeteria fell silent. Nicholas smirked. "Oh, got something to say?" Without hesitation, Alexander delivered a sharp slap across Nicholas's face. The sound echoed through the entire hall. Gasps filled the room. The workers